What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dylan and today's video is actually from past me. This video was supposed to be the first video I ever posted on the channel, but for one reason or another I pushed it to the side and here we are. This was actually recorded New Year's Day 2024, so December 31st into January 1st. So a lot has changed since then, so I'm going to let you guys watch it and then I'm going to do a short recap at the end.
When I'm filming this, it's New Year's, so Happy New Year's, guys, whenever I put this out. But hope you guys have a great 2024. I figured that 2024 being a new year, it'd be kind of fun to start with a new project, you know what I mean? So I wanted to start this personal channel, and ghost hunting has been a huge part of my life for the past 10 years. You know, that's obviously where I think everyone knows me from, is working with Sam and Colby, working with Exploring with Josh, Kalani, Paranormal Files, everybody we've had the opportunity to work with over the past couple of years. But there's a lot to my life that I don't really get to showcase, you know what I mean? I'm in the Army Reserves, I love hiking, I love the gym, I love kayaking, all this other stuff. So that's basically what this channel is going to be for, kind of like documenting the little things in my life and, you know, doing like different challenges and stuff. So in the spirit of new beginnings, I'm gonna be taking you guys on a hike today. Just doing a quick one. I just got out of the gym, but I'm gonna be doing a quick hike and just kind of talking about new beginnings and how, you know, life doesn't always end up how you think it will. But yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, so we made it to the trailhead here. This is Hackensack Mountain just behind me. Looks kind of daunting, not gonna lie. It's a pretty short trail, but I've never done it before. I'm pretty excited to see what exactly it holds, the views that it has. But we've had a pretty mild winter here in upstate New York so far, so shouldn't be any snow, hopefully. But funny story, I used to hate hiking. I used to despise it. If you guys follow me on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, or Instagram, you guys probably see that I post a lot about hiking. And growing up, I used to hate it. I hated pretty much any physical activity, to be honest. I grew up playing soccer and I played football a little bit, but I used to hate it, honestly. And then during my senior year, pretty much everything shut down and we had nothing else to do. So I started hiking and I realized how much I loved it. I spent a lot of time hiking. I did pretty much all the hikes in Lake George, like Bolton Landing area, if you guys know where that is in upstate. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this one holds. So I'm about halfway through. This is what most of the trail has been like, you know, a little bit of ice here because it has been mad cold up here, but just like little rocky scrambles. It's really not that bad. So I stand corrected. It got real steep real quick at the end here, but yeah, starting to see Lake George peek out over the horizon, so the end's almost here. Yo, I was so wrong. It keeps going and there's ice everywhere, dude. Every rock face is covered in ice. I'm sweating, I'm out of breath, and it's gonna be a good view though. I already feel it. Look at all that ice, dude. Just ice like up the side of the mountain. The leaves look really cool though. Pretty mild winter so far, but man, I'm out of breath. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Yo, that's wicked cool though. You can see the water flowing out of the ice. I think this is just about the top, so we're almost there. But I don't know. I just want to take a moment and acknowledge that because that's really cool. All right, guys, so I was right. That last little jump up in elevation was the top. Here I am. Check this out, dude. I did it in about half hour, give or take, and it's about 2 miles. So 15-minute mile, that's not too bad, you know what I'm saying? Especially considering the conditions. You know, a lot of it was pretty steep and I had my bag on and everything. But man, I'm out of breath. Dude, I hate cardio so much. Like, I love going to the gym, but I hate doing cardio. If you guys don't do your cardio, you should. You go for runs, go for hikes, go on the bike, whatever. It's good for you, but I freaking hate it. Hold on, I'm out of breath. As I catch my breath for a second, dude, look at this view. Like, it's one thing to see it in a video or one thing to see it in a picture, but in person, it's absolutely beautiful. I am very, very fortunate to have grown up in this area in upstate New York where we have all these mountains and stuff I can go frolic in. 100% would recommend, if you guys ever get the opportunity, go for hikes like this, you know? Or if you're on vacation or something, set aside a day where you can go on a hike because, I don't know, I could spend all day up here. All right, guys, honestly, you don't want to know how long that just took me to set up this tripod to get this angle with the mountains in the background, but I digress. Want to get a little deep with y'all for, you know, just a second. Like I said, this is a video about new beginnings, and I wanted to talk about how life doesn't always end up like you expect it to. And social media is honestly the biggest example of that. So I kind of touched on that before, 2019, 2020. I don't know if I can say it without getting, like, you know, banned by YouTube or whatever, but everybody knows what happened. I was in my senior year of high school. And, you know, it's supposed to be the happiest high school year. It's supposed to be the best experience. You know, senior year, you're on top of the world. It's your last hurrah. And we got that email in March that we weren't going back to school. And I don't know, it just kind of really was an experience I did not expect. In July of 2019, I enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserves. My initial plan was to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. Now, junior year, I had no idea what West Point was or who they were. And I got one of those, like, you know, the marketing emails like, you'd be a great fit at West Point, because I submitted my SAT scores or whatever. And I ended up going through the email and reading more about it. And at that time, I really wanted to go into the military. And, you know, obviously you see how I end up. I did. But I saw West Point was the most prestigious military academy in the U.S. and it was offered all these opportunities that I could, you know, really get a jump start on my military career. So over the next like year and a half, I was infatuated with the idea of going to West Point, and it kind of became my personality, not gonna lie. I would tell everybody, you know, I'd applied to West Point, I'd gotten my congressional nomination, I'd gotten nominations from the local sheriff and local politicians and all this other stuff. And I was really, really passionate and proud that I'd gotten to that point. Now, part of applying to West Point, you have to take a PT test, right? So going to the gym all the time, you know, around junior, senior year, I'd started really dedicating myself to the gym. And being this personality who's always in the gym and always talking about the gym, I thought the PT test should be no problem. So it came time to take the PT test. I aced the push-ups, I aced the pull-ups, whatever. It was a great time. The one arm like ball throw, if you guys don't know, you have to take a basketball, do like a basketball throw. It's really, really weird. It's like you have to be on your knees and throw a basketball with one hand, and it's like as far as you can go. It's a really weird exercise, right? But didn't do too hot on that. The shuttle sprint was average at best. And then it came time for the run. Like I had said, I freaking hate cardio. I hate running. Even back then I did too. You know, I'd go to the gym, I'd do calisthenics, I'd do weightlifting, but I would never do cardio. And I ended up failing by their standards, the mile and a half or 2 mile run, whatever I had to do. So at that point, I had already enlisted in the Army Reserves, and it was just like a huge blow to me, right? Because I had signed the contract for the Army Reserves thinking that I was going to West Point and that I would just nullify the Reserves contract. And even my recruiter, he was shocked. He said, if you want to, you can still get out of this Army contract. You haven't shipped to MEPS, you haven't shipped to basic training. You still have time if you don't want to do this. And at that point, I don't know what it was. Something in me, I still wanted to go. So whatever, I go to Fort Leonard Wood, I go for my 4-month training, my OSIT. And once I got back, I had this like newfound fire in me, because once I started actually running, I'm a pretty good runner. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I'm not gonna hype myself up, but I got up into the like high B, low A group, you know, for those who do the run groups. And I'd gotten to the point where I was pretty good at running. So again, I'd gotten back, I had this new fire in me. I knew that I could get into West Point. So I applied for the 2021 year. Same sort of idea. I got the congressional nominations. I got local politicians to endorse me. I got different people in the community to endorse me who've known me, and still somehow I fell short. Now in 2020, before I went to basic training, I had a really cool opportunity. I worked up at the Saratoga County Homestead for the better part of that entire summer, because again, I wasn't going to school. I had virtual classes, so I had a lot of extra time. We were up at the homestead shoveling concrete, shoveling dirt, tearing down ceiling tiles, making the building safer for Destination Fear to film there. And you know, I had the opportunity to film, be interviewed for Destination Fear, and I thought, oh, this is cool. You know, I'll have a little TV appearance on the Travel Channel before I go to basic training and start my career in either the Army or Homeland Security or whatever it is that I go into. The following year, 2021, as I failed for the second time trying to apply to West Point, we filmed for the first time with Sam, Colby, Exploring with Josh, all them. So I don't know, it was very, very interesting how things played out, right? Because West Point was this huge idea that I had in my mind, right? Like if I go to West Point, I'm going to be successful. If I go to West Point, it's going to open so many doors for me, and I failed. At the time, it was very crushing, right? It felt like it was the end of the world. I couldn't believe that it had happened. But then Sam and Colby, Destination Fear, Exploring with Josh, everybody we met came along. It opened up an entirely new pathway that I have never would have imagined in a million years. It's hard to put into words. It's so hard to conceptualize, because back in like middle school into early high school, I had a YouTube channel where I would upload video game clips because I thought being a YouTuber would be the coolest thing in the world. And somewhere along the way, I decided that it wasn't for me, and I accepted that I was going to go into the military and I was going to pursue a career in either law enforcement or Homeland Security or something in that vein. And here we are again. You know, I'm doing YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for the past 2 years. I've been consistent on Instagram and TikTok. It's just weird how it all works out. So in my long-windedness here, I guess when one door closes, another one opens. I know that's really cliche. I know that's some trope that you always hear from adults. You know, if you're younger than me, I'm only 21. That's something that people older than you are always tell you. You know, that's something they always repeat to you, but it's true, honestly. I thought not getting into West Point was the worst thing that could ever happen to me because I had idealized this entire future in my head, right? I'd go to West Point for 4 years. I'd commission into the Army as an officer, and then I'd mapped out my entire life based on this one decision, right? And over the past couple of years, I've realized that that's what led me to that mental state at the end, because I'd gotten my hopes up contingent on one thing that I can't control. Very, very hard, but over the past few years, I've learned to kind of keep my eyes on things I can control, right? There's a lot in life that you can't control. There's the good times and the bad. You never know when they're coming. You never know when they're going to go. But it's like a roller coaster. You know what I mean? Every time there's a dip, that only means that it's going to go up at some point. So I don't know. I've gotten kind of long-winded with all this, but I thought it'd be a good video to open up with, you know, hiking up a mountain that I've never done before for the new year and just talking about how I got to this point. Now, I'm not sure what the future holds. I'm not sure if I'm meant to do YouTube, if I'm going to be uploading on this for the next 10 years, or if this is going to be something that only lasts for a year or two. You know what I mean? We don't really know what's going to happen in life, but I figured 2024 would be a really fun year to try something new and something that I've done before, but really put my back into it, you know? So, yeah, I mean, very long-winded, very deep, very, almost oversharey at this point, but if you guys can relate, let me know down in the comments. So with all that being said, I'm about to head back down. I'm gonna head back down to the trailhead, hop in my car, head home, get a haircut, because as when I'm filming this, I'm about to head to an Army school. It's called BLC, Basic Leaders Course. I just got promoted to sergeant. It's a really exciting time for my career, considering I've only been in for about 3 years, but at the same time, it's also very worrying. Like I said, you never know what the future holds. I can go to this school and fail and look like a total idiot, go back to my unit and tell them that I failed. Or I could be, you know, top of the class. I don't know. It's very, very scary times, right? I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, and that's one of the Built Different core values. Go check out my website. Link is down below. And that's the only way you grow, right? I'm very scared to go to the school and look like an idiot, but I'm also very excited to go to the school. And I'm just very excited to go to the school and learn how to be a better leader and learn how to improve myself. It's scary, but at the same time, I'm excited to go to this school, step outside of my comfort zone, and have new experiences, meet new people, develop myself as a leader, and just, again, step outside of my comfort zone. Because I feel like it's very easy to get complacent, it's very easy to get comfortable, and that's not the way to progress, you know what I mean? I mean, I've been hyping up this channel for the past couple months, and I've been so scared to make our first video because I haven't done a solo video like this in I don't even know how long. I've kind of lost my touch when it comes to vlogging, you know, because like I said, I used to do it all the time in middle school and it became very easy for me, but ever since, I've always had someone to film with, whether it be Sam and Colby, whether it be Steve, whether it be, you know, whoever else. So stepping outside of my comfort zone, again, doing this channel, I hope to improve my storytelling and just kind of show you glimpses into my life that you guys haven't seen before, you know what I mean? But if you guys like this video, make sure you drop a like down below and let me know down in the comments what sort of videos you guys want to see, because I want to use this channel as kind of like an everything else that you guys don't see, you know what I mean? Like hiking, vlogging, gym content, everything else that previously you haven't seen on YouTube from me. And I want to improve my storytelling, because every other time I'm filming here on YouTube, I have someone else with me, right? Whether it's Sam and Colby, whether it's Steve, or whatever the case may be. There's always somebody there that I can bounce questions off of and ideas off of. But when it's just me, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to step outside of my comfort zone and start this new journey with you guys. But let me know what sort of videos you guys want to see down below. Let me know if you can relate to anything I talked about. Subscribe and join me on this journey. But I'm gonna head back down to my car, hop in, get a haircut, and go have a happy new year. Now for the trek down.
So what'd you guys think? Now, a lot has changed since I filmed that video. That was a fun hike. I had a great time kind of just venting to the camera because during that time I was going through a lot of uncertainty. I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue YouTube. I wasn't sure what BLC would be like for me or what it would do to my Army career. Because in the grand scheme of things, if you fail in Army school, not a big deal. They're going to send you home. you're going to fix whatever you have to fix, and then they send you back, right? But at that time, it was a big hurdle for me. I was very scared about it, and I passed no problem. So in the end, it wasn't really that big of a deal. The rest of the video still rings true. You never know where life is going to take you. For example, I didn't think that that wasn't going to be my first video. I ended up uploading the hiking vlog, another hiking vlog, then I did a Q&A right after that. I didn't realize I was going to post paranormal content on this channel, but here we are. You never know where life is going to take you, and I don't know. That's kind of comforting in a way, but it's also very scary. And that's it. I'd psych myself out so much about BLC or the Basic Leader course, only to go there, have a great time, make some great friends that I'm still in contact with today. And while I didn't perform as well as I would have hoped to, I graduated with a pretty high overall average, and I'm a sergeant still in the Army. It's not like anything drastic really happened. But it was an exciting time because that was my first big Army school besides OSIT. I haven't done aerosol, I haven't done airborne, I haven't done any other big Army school like that. So it was a huge step outside of my comfort zone, and I made it. I made it to the other side. So long story short, life took me in a different route than I expected. I thought BLC was going to be way harder. I thought I was going to struggle with it for whatever reason. And while it did have some difficult points, I made it through the other side. I passed. I'm fine. The world didn't end. Same thing with West Point. I thought I was a shoe-in for West Point. I thought it was going to be so easy. I didn't get in, and the world didn't end. Now, I'm not sure if social media is the end all be all for me. I'm not sure in 5 years or 10 years or even 2 years if I'll still be doing this or what it'll look like, but all I have right now is the present. I've really been trying to get into Stoicism or the Stoic mindset. One of my favorite people to read is Marcus Aurelius. He's a great Stoic philosopher. His book Meditations is fantastic. With all that being said, I feel like I'm getting kind of long-winded. I've been yapping a lot in this entire video, but what else is new? So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments if you can relate to anything I said in this video. I hope you did have a good new year, and I hope your 2024 has been pretty good so far. And it's hard to believe that it's almost over. So thank you guys for watching. I owe it all to you that I'm even able to do this. Your subscriptions, your watch time, your likes, your comments, your shares, all that stuff helps me out more than you know. So a big thanks to you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.